Greetings to all of you at the ICPM.
Backstory cliché.
Up to this point, we've received 3,029 responses about the murders via telephone and email.
3,000? Holy shit. How long has it been?
There are 14 people who claim to either know Kira or who have seen him.
How? If Kira is supposed to be unknown, how have 14 people seen or know Kira?
However, nobody could provide any information that wasn't already publicly available.
You have 14 people who have seen or known Kira as information.
We have confirmed that information of the heart attack victims was in fact publicly available in Japan immediately prior to their deaths.
Information, goddammit.
It suggests that given the times of death, our suspect could very well be a student.
Student, scholar, peer, it's all the same. But he could be tricking you.
In the last few days throughout the world, but especially here in Japan, we've observed a dramatic decrease in the number of violent crimes committed.
I never understood Kira being the bad guy in this anime.
No.
Well, that about sums up our report for today.
Shortest police meeting ever.
You look like you could use one of these. Sleeping much?
Ah, thank you. That'll do the trick. I feel all these late nights are starting to take their toll.
White guy grabbing coffee speaks for itself. Drink it!
I knew I could count on you, Light.
Hey.
Ew. Also, why do they have to bring it up to an ugly face? Is he a guardian angel? If I were him, I would be in Light's room. Jesus, how many files do they have on that case? Casually sipping from a cup cliché.
If the cause of death is written within 40 seconds of writing the person's name, it will happen.
Light has to remind himself of the very first way to use the death note, when he can look at the very first page. Light is the pretty boy, and he sits alone at school with no one bothering him? Wow. Props. Personally, I like the transition from pulling on the bag to the shirt. His face is priceless.
As soon as we began to suspect that Kira might be a student, the pacing of the killings changed, as if to contradict that theory. Coincidence?
What is that ball thing, and where can I get one?
You still don't understand human beings. In this world, there are very few people who actually trust each other. And it's no different for the police, you know.
I am going to take off a wrong, because that is the only true statement he said so far.
With all due respect, Chief, we're resigning. We demand that you assign us to a different case. Otherwise, you can have our badges right here and now.
The nerves and balls. Cops shouldn't do this.
Well, if I were Kira, sir, I'd probably want to try and get rid of the people who are trying to catch me.
Kira only kills people who have killed or done wrong.
We're out there investigating this case wearing police IDs with our names and photos on them. Anybody with a computer can find out who we are. We don't hide our faces, we're out in the open.
Sir, the truth is we could be killed by Kira at any time.
Have you killed anyone? No. You're stupid.
Our suspect.
How ironic that the first paper has the identification of Light's father.
I'm not here to support you or give you my opinion, I'm just a spectator. But as your roommate, I might have a few things to say now and then.
Roommate?
It's just that I'm no ally of yours, or Kira's if you prefer. The only reason I'm gonna tell you this is because personally it's starting to creep me out.
You're a god of death. You don't get freaked out.
That's a problem. I'll have to get rid of him as soon as possible.
Bad Kira. Bad, bad, bad. You don't even know if he killed anyone. Pretty soon he is going to break his own rule and go rogue.
That's right. It's a key part of the code that all Shinigami are bound by.
Like the bro code, but with death and no gender. Got it.